So Scott Burnell from Revolution Music Label. How's the evening going for you on this night?
It's not too bad, not too bad. We actually had a little bit of a warm up here for the first time, so we're kind of happy.
Working hard with the company?
Oh yeah, yep. We're working all over the place. We just completed signing two new bands over the last week and a half, actually. One band is out of Detroit, Michigan, and their name is Mansfield Park, and another one is out of a little bit farther north, up in Bay City, Michigan, and their name is After the Dust.
And you guys use basically the internet as the main source of exposure, let's say?
We use the internet, word of mouth, and we have a couple of publicists that work for us, Reckless Entertainment, based out of Michigan, and Beauty and the Beast, who you guys know, based out of Canada. Yep, they're finding talent for us. They're getting the stuff that we have out there, getting us some cool interviews like this. Really been an asset to the company and what we're doing.
With the magazine sector, are you guys getting help?
Yeah, we've got a little bit. We haven't had a whole lot of in the magazines yet. We're starting to work together with Vocals up there, and a couple of smaller ones here in the States, regional ones like The Review and the Village Voice, and a few of them like that. We've found that the internet is, by far the easiest way to reach as many fans in a short amount of time, and for a small company like us, as cost effective as we can do it.
Let's say the YouTube stuff. Do you guys post stuff on YouTube to help promote bands?
We're just getting into the YouTube postings. We're setting up a label page, and then we're having each of our bands set up their own individual pages as well to help cross promote everybody.
Because you'd think that YouTube today is starting to pick up speed, I find at least. MySpace, what do you guys think of MySpace websites?
MySpace, we're finding is it's good for music. It's going to be, I think, in my view, it's going to be the next music site. They started off as the leader in social media, and then everybody kind of migrated to Facebook because it's a simpler and cleaner look. But to get music, with their purchases of Lala and a couple other smaller companies, I think MySpace is going to be the social media music site now.
Since we're in the social media section here of the interview, Facebook, what do you guys think of that?
We like it a lot. We have a label page on Facebook, and all of our bands have individual pages, and so we've got the ability to do different things there.
Are you guys using Twitter also?
A few of our bands are using Twitter right now. We like them to do that individually. It's more personal that way. They can actually reach their fans directly. We've seen some good results with it.
What do you guys look into as finding bands? Like, what do you guys look for? Because I see you guys got hip-hop, folk, to metal.
Yeah, we actually, the way that we operate is, we try to do true partnerships with musicians who like their music. If you believe in your music and you want to get it out there for people, we're willing to work with you and we're willing to help you out, with the channels. We create the pipe, and it's up to you to push your music through it.
Is there a lot of bands you find that aren't pushing enough, or are they all, really into it?
When the ones that we sign locally and the ones that we've really talked with and understand us and we understand them, they're really working their butts off. I think, if you find the ones that aren't willing to do it, they do kind of weed themselves out after a while.
What's your history with the company, Revolution Music Label?
Well, there's it's basically just the two of us. It's my partner Dave and then myself. And we've been friends for about 20 years. We met in college, and about 4 or 5 years ago, we decided, we didn't want to work for somebody else for the rest of our lives. We want to have control over what we're going to do, as we're getting older here. And so we decided to come up with a promotions company. So we actually started off as just a music promotion company, and we set up the website, and we allowed bands and artists to go on there and set up free accounts, and they could retail all of their merchandise. They could sell their CDs, they could sell their T-shirts, their stickers, whatever they wanted to. And we gave them a storefront and the ability to do it, and it passed right through to their PayPal account. So, we weren't even taking a cut out of it. And then what happened was people said, some of the bands said, okay, that's great. What else can we do together? So after, a couple of meetings between Dave and myself and maybe a few cold frosty beverages, we came up with the brilliant idea of turning it into a record label. We went out and we started getting all of the agreements, doing all of the legwork that maybe a smaller band, from a smaller market doesn't have the time or the ability or the context to go out and sign up with iTunes in 12 countries and Amazon MP3 and Rhapsody and Napster and all the different ways and not, the ability to negotiate, lower pricing for CD production. So we did all of that, and then started signing on bands, and really becoming partners. It's different than the old days of AR reps and $50,000 advances.
Yeah.
It's we work hard, and they work hard.
Do you guys help these bands with the iTunes sector and all that stuff you said?
Yep, we take care of all of the digital distribution for our bands. We've got we're currently in 35 countries in almost 20 different digital stores.
Do you figure iTunes is gonna take over, or because you got like Napster, all these other?
Well, iTunes in the U.S. Controls on the digital side. iTunes controls about 78% of all the digital sales. They all run through iTunes. As far as all sales, if you want to include physical, iTunes actually covers 62%. So even with Walmart, who has 14%, they're still got the lion's share over there at iTunes.
How did you get into this business? Like, you just always liked music and stuff?
Yep, it's been a love. I've been a musician my whole life. I grew up playing in bands. I'm dating myself, back in the 80s and early 90s, and as I got older and got into business and got into positions, and it's really, I learned a lot of the business aspect, and always loved the music, and it's just a natural thing. It's a natural progression for myself and for Dave, where if we don't want it to be a job. We want to be able to get up in the morning and enjoy what we do, and that's what we're hoping we'll be able to do one of these days with the Revolution music.
I'm sure it's going to pick up speed anytime soon. You got big fish to fight against, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Scott Burnell of Revolution Music Label.